Hi, it's Ed from East West Bushcraft, and I'm out tonight doing a solar camp. I've got some new gear to try out. Got myself a Fuel Raven Singy new backpack. Thought I'd try it out. Pulled the trigger on it finally and got it. So far, it's great. It packs really well. It looks really nice. It feels really nice. Feels really high quality. But we're testing it out today, so I've packed it to the max to really test out its load bearing capabilities. Feels really comfortable. I also have gone and bought new DD hammock. So I used to have a different hammock, can't remember the brand, it was rubbish. I fell out of love with it years ago, it's about 10 years ago. So I've gone and pulled the trigger on a DD Frontline hammock and under blanket. So that's in there, so that's some extra gear that I wouldn't usually be carrying. So I thought I'd try them out. I also have upgraded my tarp from a black one to a brown one. So all my kit is all brown at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna go try it out for tonight. Hopefully find a nice spot and not get interrupted. Let's go find somewhere. So I found the perfect spot by a river. The light's coming in. It's a nice big old tree. Trees around here, these are all elders, so I can't hang a hammock on them. These are massive hawthorns. However, the only branch I could do it, I think, is that one, and that's dead. And it's got wood ear growing on it. Which, to be fair, I don't think I've seen that before. But yeah, so. This is dead, this is dead. So I might have to come back here in the future and do a tarp camp here. It's a good spot to remember. Let's keep looking. Okay, I think I found a spot. So just over there, on the other side of that ivy, all that green that you can see there, there's paths and stuff. They don't look like they've been used for a while. However, you don't really want to be spotted from that direction. But I think this tree and this tree here, this big old hazel, provide perfect coverage because the path is there. See the path there? Here, and don't get me wrong, I haven't seen any footprints on there, so it's just not being used. So I think I found the perfect spot. I'm going to try and hammock from this tree to that tree, and just on the other side of that ivy is the river. So if I needed extra water, it's just there. this is my camp setup so far. Just need to get the sleeping bag out so it fluffs up a bit. I've got the underquilt on, might need adjusting. I've sat in the hammock for the first time. The sleeping bag's here. I do also have a wall blanket, should I need it, but I probably won't. There's a double layer here in the hammock, so I could probably slip it in between that. Yeah, it's quite a cozy spot. It's quite low profile. I've kind of misjudged some things. I'm quite low down. I'm in a ditch, sort of like a ditch. It's an old ditch, trees everywhere, so I'm on that tree there to that tree there. I'm actually in a low spot with the hammock, so the peak of the tarp is actually probably a metre off the ground from there and there, or maybe a bit more that side. So I'm quite low profile from a distance. Obviously the lantern gives things away, but yeah, undo this, chuck it in there so it can get aerated, and I'll set things up, get other things going. Yeah, this is cozy, man. It's good to sit in it for a bit, let it stretch out so I can readjust the pegs, the tie-ons. But this is comfortable. This is the bug net that's on here. My last hammock didn't have a bug net. It was so big you could wrap yourself around and cocoon yourself. It was parachute silk. This is cool. I'll inspect this in the morning properly, but yeah, it's quite nice actually. How's that underneath? Oh, do you know what? I've probably got that perfect. There's a slight gap. Yeah, I've got that all perfect. Oh, first time. Well, it feels it anyways. Oh, it's nice and warm. Oh, cool. Let's get everything's going. So I got the fire going in the end. It's quite damp. It's been raining for the last couple of days, like very fine rain. And this is quite muddy and wet around here. Not like puddles of mud, like leaf litter with mud underneath them. Everything's kind of like retaining moisture. I cut some hawthorn from up in the tree branches, like probably about shoulder height, and it was going on higher. It turned out the top half of it was half rotten, so even that was wet. Some of the bits I've got here are good. This is a fire mainly of just hazel and hawthorn. What I've had to do is use some curls and process it down a bit so it can catch the light a bit easier. I've got extra wood around it to help dry it out. And yeah, I used some of the fat wood I collected in a previous video. So yeah, that helped get the fire going. It took a while because of the moisture, but it's going now. But what I don't have is a lot of firewood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this built up, burnt down, put my grill on it. Got my grill. Cook myself some steaks and mushroom, and then wind down for the night with my beer, which is over there. So yeah. Morning. It's 7:30 in the morning. The sun's just come up, though it's not out. It's cloudy, and as you may have seen, I've got myself a cup of tea brewing there. And here's the hammock. Hopefully we can see things better today. It's just stopped raining, so I had this a bit lower throughout the night, and then this morning I raised it out flat just to give me a bit more room to operate under there. Also, it was only light showers, so as you can see, nothing's pulled on there. It's a lovely quiet morning. Lots of birds are about, and a monkjack that kept making a lot of noise throughout the night. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish making my tea. I'm going to enjoy it and warm up because it's a bit cold. It got down to 3 degrees last night, and then I'm going to talk to you about my gear that I've got briefly, and my bag and stuff. But for now, I'm going to enjoy my tea. It's my first night complete in this hammock, DD Frontline Hammock in Brown. Here's the bug net. It's quite a nice night. As I say, there was a monkjack that kept waking me up, and it got a little bit cold. I do have the under blanket under here, and I actually have put in between the layers, wherever the layers are. Where are the layers? There they are. A wool blanket. The hammock needs to stretch a bit. Last night, just before I went to bed, I moved it up a notch again, and yeah, it can go up again. I need to put another notch in, that's fine. But it's still stretching. It's an okay hammock. It feels good. It's got all like the cool, nice aesthetic things, all the under blanket that attaches to it. I like how that is simple. That's Caribbean eclipse on things, stuff like that, makes things a bit easier. The only thing I would say is I'm not quite used to this one. My last one was quite a lot bigger, and it used to like cocoon you, and you'd get in it and it would wrap you up. This one, I don't know if you can see that, but where it gets taut from where I'm sitting on it, those like ridges are quite strong, so sometimes you can kind of roll to one side rather than it being sat in a nice smooth hammock. It's kind of a bit, I think it needs to stretch out a bit. That's quite tough, that line. I can feel that going underneath all the way through, so I can like sit either side of it. I don't know if I explained that right, but yeah, it's cool. It's got nice pockets. It's got 4 pockets, 2 at each end. I've got the charger in this one. I had the charger and the torch here, and I noticed it's got these little loops up here, so I've attached the lantern. Doesn't need to be on. The under blanket, I think it served its purpose well. I mean, I got a bit cold, and what I mean by a bit cold, it was my knees. Now I think where I haven't got this adjusted right, my knee could have been poking like here, and then it's getting cold. Stuff like that. Also, I think that doesn't help. That again, like it's not sagging properly yet. I think I need to sit in it a bit more. Keep using it. I get better with age. I like the fact it's got the 2 layers. That's really cool, because you could chuck spare clothing in there if you didn't have like a blanket to chuck in there, or you could put a mat in there. It's more comfortable at a diagonal. I don't know if that's because I've got quite a steep angle going on here at the moment. I could raise it up. My last hammock, what you used to do is you string up the tarp and you put the hammock like 6 inches from the tarp. It was that stretchy. You'd get in it, and it was also, I think the hammock was close to 3 meters long. So I used to use a 3x3, but it had to be on the diagonal. And this one, it just fits perfectly like this, so it's nice as well. But yeah, I do like it. I need to use it some more. Yeah, it's really comfortable. I use my sleeping bag in here. I think I don't think this sleeping bag, I think it's at its max limits last night, 3 degrees, and yeah, I had to really kind of like hunker it down and just sleep. I slept with like fleeces on as well, so the sleeping bag says it's rated for I believe it said it was rated for those temperatures. Don't know where the thing is now, but I had all this on and the wool blanket, and I thought, okay, I'll use it, but maybe a size up on the sleeping bag, and also maybe a bit bigger. It's quite hard to wiggle around in a sleeping bag while swinging. It's especially when it's got these ridges here that I need to, like, from being pulled taut, and all of a sudden you can be wiggling or something like, whoa, like, yeah. So maybe a bit bigger sleeping bag, or warmer, handle warmer. I used my coat in here as well. That was to chuck on top of my knees. As I said, they got quite cold. And I said, I think it's because where I'd lay on my side, because I'm a bit of a side sleeper. I don't really sleep on my back. So I'd sleep like that. So here's my other new piece of equipment, my Fuel Raven Singy 48, and it's had a bit of rain on it, and I've checked the inside, it's dry, and yeah, this bag, I've only used it the once. I packed it full of things, so it was heavy. It's circa 14 kilos. I just chucked as much as I could in it to really pack it out. I haven't got the side pockets yet. I don't feel like I need them just yet. I might do on a hike, because obviously if I want to drink on the way, that's not fun, having to put your bag down every time just to have a drink. It's good to just take it out of the pocket. But yeah, otherwise the bag's a beast. It holds a lot of gear. 48 seems to be like a good number. All of my sleeping bag, the under blanket, the hammock, all of that comes up to about here. They all sit on the bottom. Obviously my sleeping bag can pack down quite small. It's not down, I can't remember what it is. Might be a blend, I'm not sure. But they pack down semi-small, enough to go in here. And this is like a big bucket with access to the bottom. All you got to do is undo that zip, and it gets you into the same compartment as to the top. You've got all these like elastic compression straps, so you can just chuck stuff in there, put my hat in there, cinch it down, I'm good. I like that. That reminds me of my other hiking bag, where I can just lob stuff in and cinch it down, I'm good. Because when you're going for a long hike up a hill or mountains, whatever, you can go through clouds, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I need to get the coat out, put it on, and all of a sudden you get to the top and it's scorching hot and you want to put the coat away. So you can just, instead of undoing the pack all the time, this is really helpful. And that's what I was after with a bag. I wanted a bushcraft bag that was tough enough. I can go into the woods, I can get a bit muddy, which I already have, but also it's got all this wicked, I've got the dirt on it already. It's got this wicked adjustable frame, and it's completely suitable for hiking. And holding all that gear yesterday, it felt so comfortable, and yeah, I could adjust it to my body. It's just really comfortable. Can't really say much more. Beyond that, it's got a really cool features. I don't know if other ones have this, but if you want to cinch down your belt, you actually pull this one, so you cinch it into yourself. It's kind of cool. Side pouches on the waist strap. I've got first aid kit in there and toilet paper in that one. The lid, standard lid on the hiking bag, under the top. You put stuff in there. Got the raincoat in there, nice blue rain cover, not coat. You've got these buckles here. You undo the buckles. Got another standard zip on the inside of the hood there. Tea bags and water filters. And then you've got a cinch down point for the lid, for the compartment, which you can undo that one, undo that one, and you get access to the main compartment. It's brilliant. It feels proper tough, and I really like it. So I'm really happy with that purchase. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pack up the camp. I'm going to remove the fire scar, leave no trace, always remember. Pack up the hammock and tarp, and get going. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully you can join me on the next one.